Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. I am Kishore and today we are going to solve a Thermo Sudoku created by Akash Doulani. This Sudoku was taken from the Logic Masters India monthly contest called Quinze 2. This Sudoku was the most difficult one in the contest in the sense that it was allotted the most number of points in the contest and many of the solvers found this one difficult to solve logically. So today we'll try to solve this clueless Thermo Sudoku. As you can see, there is absolutely no givens inside the grid and only the thermometer shapes are there to force a unique solution. I will add the link to the contest page in the description of the video. The puzzle booklet is still available for download and you can download it for free and try out the Sudokus from the contest by Akash. I will also add the online solving interface under the description of the video, so that you can give it a try before watching the video. Now let us move on to the rules of the Sudoku. In addition to classic Sudoku rules, each row, each column and each box contains the digits 1 to 9. There are some thermometer shapes as you can see in the grid. What a beautiful theme, right? I think it spells Quinze, right? With the exception of 2 letters, maybe it spells Quinze almost. So in each of the thermometer, starting from the round bulb until the end of the thermometer, the digits will be strictly increasing. So if you take this thermometer, it's kind of merged. So if you take from this bulb, then the thermometer digits will be strictly increasing until you reach this point. And similarly, when you take this thermometer, the digits will be strictly increasing until it reaches this point. So these are the rules, and with that we'll start solving this Thermo Sudoku by Akash. So there are no classic digits or classic part to aid you in the solve. So in such cases, when you have some clueless thermometers, always try to start on the longest thermometer shapes because they will give you a lot of information. And one more basic part to remember when solving Thermo Sudokus is 1 and 9 can never be in the middle of the thermometers, right? Because if you have a 1, then you must have a digit which is less than 1 in the preceding cell, which is not possible. And similarly, if you have a 9 in the middle of the thermometer, then in the next cell you must have a digit greater than 9, which is again not possible. So these are some basic rules that we can remember. Let us look at this thermometer shape. I think it is of length 7, right? So let us start writing the possibilities in this thermometer. Now since it is of length 7, the minimum digit that will be present here is 7, right? Simple to see because it is of length 7 and minimum digit here will be 7 and maximum will obviously be 9, right? So the possibilities in this cell are 7, 8 and 9 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 are possible. Now we can reduce the degree of freedom by 1 in each of these thermometer shapes until you reach the end of the thermometer. So when this is 7, 8 or 9, so this can only be 6, 7 or 8, right? Because it will be 1 less than this. It may also be 2 less than that, but these are the only possible candidates. So and this will be 5, 6, 7, this will be 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4 and here 1, 2 and 3. It's easy to see because the minimum cell that you can have, minimum digit that you can have in row 5 column 8 is 1 and maximum will be 3 because if you have more than 3, then you will violate the thermometer because 4 here will give you 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and then you need a 10 here. So these are the only possible digits that can happen in a thermometer. Good, that's great. Now let us look at the next longest thermometer. Okay, in fact this is also I think 7 in length, right? So let us start in this thermometer. So we can do the same thing 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8 and 7, 8 and 9. Okay, is that giving us any information? Nothing, right? I am not able to see any pairs or any triplets. So let us look at the next longest thermometer. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in length. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 in length. So let us focus on this thermometer. You have to remember that at this cell, the bulb is merging and it increases in 2 different directions. So let us again write the same thing 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6 and 7, 6, 7, 8 and 7, 8 and 9. So we have got a good start here. There is absolutely nothing else you can do in this thermometer. You have to write the possibilities and go about it, because there is no other information in anywhere in any part of the grid. So what do we do now? Okay, so if you look at row 1, right, we have got a quadruple 1 2 3 1 2 3 2 3 4 and 2 3 4. So these 4 cells, row 1, column 3, column 4 and column 7, column 8 are locked with 4 candidates 1 2 3 and 4 in some order, right? As you can see, these cells can have only 1 2 3 4. So these cells can't have a 1 2 3 4. Beautiful, right? So this is hopefully our start to the Sudoku, and with this we can try to gather some information. There is obviously nothing you can do along this row. However, one information that you can get is this cell cannot be 1 2 3 or 4. Now is that useful? Yes. If you look at in conjunction with this column, this information will be useful. You can't have a 1 here. Now if you look at column 2 and see where the 1 goes, there are very few cells left, I think. This can't be a 1 because 1 2 3 4 is locked here. This may be a 1, and any of these cells can't contain a 1 because, as we discussed previously, 1 can never be in the middle of a thermometer, right? In the middle cells. So there is only 1 cell left for the 1 and 1 has to go here. And which means this can't be a 1. So this would be a 2 3, and when the minimum digit becomes 2 3 here, the rest of the cells also increase by a value of 1. So 2 3 here, so it becomes 3 4 here. This becomes 4 5. This becomes 5 6. This becomes 6 7. This becomes 7 8, and this becomes 8 and 9. Beautiful, right? So what do we do now? Is that giving us any information? No. So let us try to use this fact again. Now using the same kind of idea that we used for the 1, we know that the 2 can't be here, and 2 in column 2, where can 2 in column 2 be? It can't be here, and it obviously cannot be in any of these cells, right? Because if you have a 2 here, then you have 2 cells in front of the thermo. You must have 1, and then this will be 0 or less, which is not possible. So there is only 1 cell left for the 2 in column 2, and that would be here. So the moment you place the 2 here, the bulb of the thermometer has to be less than 2 and it has to be 1. Great. Now using the same idea, can we force the 3? A 3 can't be here, and a 3 obviously can't be in these cells. So 3 can be here, sorry. The 3 can be here or here. There are 2 possibilities left for the 3. So we can't force any more digits there, I think. However, looking at the opposite extremity, we were seeing at 1 and 2. Look at this column again. You will see that 9 is also very restricted. And 9 obviously can't be in the middle of the thermometer. So it can't be in these 3 cells, because this cell will be the largest, and it can be this cell can only be the 9 as far as this thermometer is concerned, right? So in this column, column 2, you can have only the 9 in row 1, column 2. There is no other cell for the 9. Right? Beautiful break-in, right? I think this is the break-in of the Sudoku. Now if you look closely at column 2 again, where can 8 be placed? 8 can't be here, can't be here, and it has to be going here only, because if you place 8 in any of these cells, then you will have a violation in the 2 cells here. So this would have to be 8, and this cell has to be greater than 8, so this would have to be 9. Great. And now this can't be 8, so this will be 6 7, and which means that this can't be a 7, this would be 5 6, this can't be a 6, this can't be a 5, this can't be a 4, and this can't be a 3. Right? Now we have a 1 2 3 triplet, right? Which means that this will be a 4, and that forces this entire thermo. Gorgeous, right? Gorgeous construction. So 4 gives a 5 here, a 6 here, a 7 here, an 8 here, and a 9 here. Superb. So are these digits giving us the continuation in this thermo? No. So let us look along column. You have a 6 here, so which means that this will be a 7, which means this will be 8 and this will be 9. Great. So, and now if you look closely at column 2 again, column 2 is like having lots of information. 7 cannot be in this cell, and 7 cannot be in any of these cells, so 7 would have to go here. Only one possible cell left for the 7. And this is going to be 3, 4, 5 or 6. So let us leave that area for now. And 9 in column 1 and column 2. Force the 9 into one of these 2 cells, but 9 is here, so 9 can't be here, so this will be a 9. Right? And 9 is in row 7 and row 8, which means 9 has to go here because of this 9. And 9 in column 9 and column 8, gives the 9 into one of these two cells, and 9 can't be in row 1, 9 can't be in column 6, 9 can't be in these two cells because only this cell can be containing the 9, or in other words 9 cannot be in the middle of the thermometer. So 9 must be in one of these two cells, which means this must be a 7 or 8, and the 9 in the middle box has only one cell left now. It has to go here, right? So any more 9s? No. 9s can't be resolved now. So let us look for some other information. You have an 8 in column 7 and column 8, which means 8 must go into one of these two cells. We are trying to make use of digits that we have got already to see if we can get some information. And 7 in row 7 and row 8 will force the 7 into one of these three cells. We may as well mark them. And an 8 here and 8 here will force the 8 into one of these two cells. Again, not much information. So let us try to look at row 1. We have placed 5 digits. We have locked 4 digits and we have got one more digits. Remaining are 5, 6, 7, 8. So this 5, 6 here. So this must be a 7 or 8. And these cells must be 5, 6, 7 and 8. Again, not much information there. So almost all the thermometers are filled. Let us see if we can use the thermometers to our advantage. You have a 5 here, right? A classic part is helping us now, which means that 5 will go into one of these two cells in box 6, which means that this must be a 4, and we are forcing this thermometer now. This 4 here gives us a 3 and a 2 here, right? And this 3 eliminates the 3 from here, so 1, 2 pair, which gives us a 3 here, 4 here, a 5 here, a 6 here, a 7 here and an 8 here. Absolutely gorgeous piece of logic. Look how the Sudoku is proceeding very smoothly once you find the right continuation. Now column 2 can be filled. Only possible digit left is 3. We can place that. So where do we continue? Row 5 looks very restricted. 1, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3. Remaining digits are 4, 5, 6. This can't be a 6, so this is 4, 5. This is a 4, so this is 5, 6, and this can't be a 5, so this will be a 4 and a 6. Great. Okay, we have a 5 in row 2 and row 3, which means that 5 will go into one of these two cells. Let's look at column 8, which seems to be restricted because 6 digits are there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 and 9. Remaining digits are 1, 3 and 5. This can't be a 5, so this is 1, 3. And this can't be a 3, so this is 1, 5 and this is 1, 3 and 5. Right? Okay. Along column 3 and box 1, 3, 4, 5, 9 are placed, and 1 and 7 can't go into these two cells. So this can only be 2, 6 or 8. So let us pencil mark them, and this cell can't be a 6, so this will be a 2 or 8. So you will have 1 and 7 in these three cells, but 1 cannot go here, so 1 must go into one of these two cells. I think we will have a little bit more classic predominant solve from now on because we have resolved almost all the thermometer shapes except perhaps this one. Okay, we have a 4 here. We can simply place the 4 there, and these two 4s gives a 4 here, and 4 must go into one of these two cells in box 7, and this 4 gives us a 5 here and a 6 here. Sorry, 5 here and a 6 here, right? And the 5 here gives us 5 into one of these two cells. So 1, 2, 3, 7, 9. So this cell can only be 6 or 8. It can't be 4 or 5. So let us remove the stray pencil marks to get some better clarity. Okay, this box looks restricted. Remaining digits are 2, 3, 4. 4 is here, so this will be 2 or 3. And these two cells must be 2, 3 and 4. And these three cells can be placed now. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Remaining are 1, 5 and 6. This can't be a 5, so this is 1 or 6. And this is 1 or 5. And this has to be 1, 5 or 6, right? 1, 5, 6, 4, 8, 9. Remaining digits are 2, 3, 7. So we can notate them. So you see that I am quickly making some pencil marks here because I can, by visually seeing, I know that there needs to be some pencil marks made because almost all the thermometer shapes are resolved as I just said previously. So Okay, this cell is going to only be 5, 6 or 8, right? It can't be a 4 or 1, 2, 3, 7 and 9. So it can only be 5, 6 or 8. Okay. Okay, you have a 5 here, right? So which means 5 cannot go into these 3 cells. 5 must be locked in one of these 2 cells. So 5 can't be here and 5 can't be in these 2 cells. So which means that 5 has to go here, right? Classic is aiding us now. So let us make some notations further. So this is 4, 6 and 8 and this is 4, 6 and 8. So along this column you have a 3 here. So this must be a 2 or a 4 and 2, 4, 6 and 8, which is just not yet getting resolved, right? I think this thermometer might help us, although it looks very kind of free now with lots of possible digits. Okay, so this information is vital, right? Look at this row 4. The maximum digit that you can have in this cell is only a 5. And this thermometer is at least 4 in length, right? So this must be minimum 4 and maximum 5. Beautiful, that is going to help us now, right? Minimum 4 and maximum 5. Oh, we have a 4 here, which means that this can't be a 4, so this would have to be a 5. And now we have only 1 degree of freedom for these thermometer shapes. So this can only be 2, 3 and this can only be 3 or 4. Beautiful, right? Now we have placed some digits. Hopefully they should help us now. So along row 4, remaining digits are 1, 2, 3 and 4, but 4 is here. So this must be 1, 2, 3 and this must be 1, 2, 3 because 4 is here, right? So a 5 here resolves this 5, you get a 5 here. Okay. And there is a 5 in one of these 2 cells as we marked earlier, and 5 can't be here, and 5 in column 5 and 6 gives us the 5 in this cell. So this cell will be a 5 and 7 gets restricted to one of these 2 cells. Okay, let us revisit row 1. 3, 9, 4, 5, 1 and 2. So remaining digits are 6, 7 and 8. So I can understand why this Sudoku was given lots of points, because even after resolving the thermometer shapes, we need to do quite a bit of work with the classic part. Just a beautiful Sudoku to say the least. And can we resolve this thermometer? Not yet, right? The 5s seem to be propagating everywhere, but they are just not being yet resolved now. So you have a 1 here. Can we resolve this? No. It's very narrow. The Sudoku is really narrow. Let us look at row 8 now, because it seems to be restricted when I see it. 3, 5, 4, 7, 9. Remaining digits are 1, 2, 6 and 8. You can't have 8 here, so this is 1, 2 and 6. And this can't be 8, so this is also 1, 2 and 6, and this can be 1, 2, 6 and 8. So let us leave that for now. Four must be in one of these 2 cells, not much information. And 6 is restricted to one of these 2 cells. Can we resolve this? No, right? We can't yet resolve it. We have placed the 5s. Along column 4 we have 5, 8 and 9 in one of these 2 cells. Again, not much help. Okay, if you look at column 5, the 1 can go into only one of these 2 cells, right? Because you can't have the 1 in any of these cells. So which means that this cell can't be a 1. So this has to be 2 or 6. Let us keep chipping away at this Sudoku. I think at some point we should be getting some digits. Okay, let us look at row 9 now. 1, 2, 5, 8 and 9. So you can't have the 8 here. And remaining digits are 3, 4, 6 and 7. You can't have 4, 7 here. So this is 3 and 6. Right, and these 2 cells must be 3, 4, 6 and 7. You have a 4, 6 in column 6, so this must be 3, 7 and this must be 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, let us look at column 7 maybe. 3, 4, 7, 8 and a 5 and 6. Okay. So if you look at column 7, we know that 5, 6 can't be in these 3 cells. So the only possible cells left for 5, 6 in that column are here, right? a classic rule which could have been placed a little earlier, I think. 3, 4, 7, 8, 5, 6. So remaining digits are 1, 2 and 9. So we can pencil mark them, and we get a triplet now which resolves this 3. So this will be a 3 which gives us a 2 here, a 1 here, a 2 here, and these two cells must be 1, 9 now. Beautiful, right? The moment we find something, immediately the Sudoku runs like a train. So you have a 2 here, this must be a 3, 7. There is lots of potential for getting stuck in the Sudoku in a contest. We will miss a simple reduction and we will be stuck on it for ages, because there are many little deductions that you have to keep on finding in the Sudoku. So we can resolve this, I think. This will be 7, 8, sorry, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 4, 9. So this will be 7 or 8. 5, 7, 8, 4 and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 6. So 1 and 6 here is here. So this cells must be containing 2 and 3. So this must be 1 or a 5. Right. 1 here gives us the eliminates the 1 here, and this will be 2, 3 now. Then there is only one cell left in box 5 for the 1. We can place the 1 now. A 2 here eliminates the 2 from here. 6, 8. What small reductions. Beautiful. So where do we go now? Let us look at column 6. 5, 1, 4, 6, 9. Remaining digits are 2, 3, 7, 8. A 2 can't be in these two cells, which means that 2 has to go here, right? In column 6. Remaining digits are 3, 7, 8. This can't be a 3, so this is 7, 8. And this will be a 3, 7 and 8. Okay. 3, 7 here, so 8 must be in one of these two cells, which is not yet giving us any information. And this cell must be 1, 2, 6 or 8. It can't be a 2, so this has to be 1, 6 and 8. Okay. Sudoku is just not yet resolving. Okay, let us look at column 4 again. 1, 5, 8, 2, 7, 9. So this cell is going to be 3, 4 or 6. You have a 3, 7 here, which means that 2 must be restricted to one of these two cells, which means that this is not a 2. So this is a 6. And we have started the train again. So this is an 8 and we have a 4, 6 here. Well, not really. We got only one digit. So 6, 8 gives us a 1 here. So one more digit. And that resolves row 8. So this will be a 2. Okay, this 6 here eliminates the 6 from here. So this will be 3, 4 and 7. And this can't be a 6 now. This will be 3 or 4. Right? Feel as though we have reached the tipping point of the Sudoku. So this cell has to be a 3, 4 or 8, right? 1, 2, 9, 5, 6 and 7. So this would have to be 3, 4 or 8. And looking along column 5. Okay, 6 is here, 6 is here. Simple 6 we could have placed. The moment we got the 6 here, we get the 6 here, and this, which means that this must be 7 or 8. Look how tight the Sudoku solve is. So no wonder this Sudoku was given the highest points in the contest. Still not easy. I can see some uniqueness here, but let us refrain from using them for now. So for instance, you have a 7, 8 pair here, right? And a 7, 8 here. So which means that you can't have a 7 or 8 in this cell, because when you reach a solution with such a pattern, you can always switch the digits in these 4 cells and get another solution. Because any Sudoku created by a human author will always have unique solution. You can make use of that in contests, but let us try to avoid using them. Column 5, there is only one cell left for the 8, so we can get the 8 here. There is no other cell which can take the 8. The 3, 4 is here, which means that 7 must go into one of these two cells. We have a very sharp deduction here, guys. So look at this box and the 3, 4 pair here, right? If you have a 3 here, you get a 3 here, right? In box 5, and you get a 4 here. Now in box 8, a razor sharp deduction, I would say. The moment you get a 3 here, you get a 4 here. Because of the 3 here, and you get a 4 here. Where will you place the 4 in box 8 now? I will show you using a different color. When you have a 3 here, you get a 3 here, and you get a 4 here. Now there is no space left for the 4 in box 8. So to see such deductions, it requires lot of skill and lot of talent, and one need not feel really bad if you are unable to spot such deductions, because they are really difficult to spot in contests. However, you can train your eye to see such deductions. So the moment you have a 3 here, you are running short of space in box 8 for 4, so this can't be a 3. What a deduction! So this will be a 4, which gives us a 6 here, a 4 here, and that gives us a 4 here. This 6 gives us an 8 here, a 2 here, which gives us a 7 here, an 8 here, and a 7 here. Now the Sudoku is running like a train. So you have a 4 here, so this will be a 2, 3, and these two cells must be 1, 6. You have a 6 here, so which means that this will be a 6, this will be a 1, this will be a 1, this will be a 9, and this will be a 9, right? And this 7 forces the 7 here, which in turn gives us a 3 here, which in turn gives us an 8 here. And this box can be completed. This will be a 7, which gives us a 3, which gives us a 2, 2, 3, 7. Fun, right? Fun to solve. 2, 7, 8, 1, 5, 6. Remaining digits are 3 and 4. You have a 3 here, so this will be a 3 and this will be a 4. And row 9 can be resolved. This 3 gives us a 6 here, which in turn gives a 1 here, a 5 here, and a 6 here. And this 6 gives a 5 here, a 1 here, and a 3, right? And that completes this amazing Sudoku. Very hard, no doubt. The Sudoku was really hard, especially the classic part at the end. You have to see a lot of sharp deductions which are easy to miss in a contest. But like I said, you need not feel hard on yourself if you are unable to spot such deductions. They are really difficult to spot. However, we can train ourselves to spot. After all, the way to improve oneself is to take such Sudokus which tripped you during the contest and try to solve them logically after the contest, so that you can have an idea of which things you missed during the contest and then improve upon it later. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me solve this Thermo Sudoku by Akash Doulani, which was a pure delight to solve. We hope to revisit you again tomorrow with a different Sudoku. And please remember to subscribe to the channel. See you all soon.